This is CBS 11 News Now.
And a good afternoon to everyone joining us on this Facebook Live News Now digital update. I'm Ken Molestina coming to you live right now from our Fort Worth studios. We are following some breaking news we want to get you to here. Let's get to the video. This is a train wreck coming out of Charlottesville, Virginia area. This is a train that was carrying several Republican members of Congress. They were on their way out to a retreat, we're being told, in Greenbrier. That's out in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. And we're being told that the train hit some kind of a truck. It appears to be some kind of a dump truck on the tracks there. We have just heard a confirmed report coming out of the White House that one person is dead as a result of this. That person believed to have been in the truck that was struck by the Amtrak train. And there were several area Congress members on board, and a couple of them tweeted out. Let's see if we can get you some of these tweets. That's Pete Sessions saying, "Karen, my staff members and I all are on the train for the GOP conference, and we are all safe." Dr. Michael Birch is also on that train. Oh, here's another tweet that came out from Pete Sessions. It appears that the train hit a garbage truck, praying for the individuals in that truck. And again, as of a couple of minutes ago, we heard that someone inside that truck has been confirmed dead. Statement from Dr. Burgess spokesperson Emma Thompson. Apparently, she's working his Twitter handle for him there. Says, "I have spoken to Dr. Burgess, and thankfully, he was not injured in the train accident. Following the accident, he helped to administer aid to victims like he does during any emergency. We hope to share more information with you soon." So those are a couple of tweets coming out from area members of Congress. Again, another live look right now at what rescuers and what crews out there are having to deal with right now. That looks like a dump truck of some kind, perhaps a garbage truck, over on its side. All the contents of it, of course, spilled out. But again, this was an Amtrak train that left earlier today from Union Station in Washington, D.C. These members of Congress were on their way to Greenbrier in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. This is a retreat that was supposed to be taking place. And later on in the week, Vice President Mike Pence was expected to be there as well. And even President Donald Trump was supposed to give some remarks there. Neither the Vice President or the President were on board. We are being told that Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, was on that train. And again, right now, there are no lawmakers that we're being told that have been injured as a result of this. But of course, we're keeping a very close eye on all of that information coming out of Virginia. And we will update you with any new details just as we get them. Let's see if we can take that live picture just one more time here for folks who are just joining us. By the way, we are live on Facebook Live, folks, so go ahead and send us in your comments, your questions, your concerns. Obviously, this is a conversation that we enjoy having with you, so let us know what you're thinking here. We've got Joyce Bacco Newsom saying prayers. Obviously, we have a lot of these folks in our thoughts right now. Maria Rios also saying prayers for all. Stacy Reiters is asking where at. Stacy, this is in Charlottesville, Virginia, or just outside Charlottesville, Virginia. This is a train that was taking a lot of people, including Republican lawmakers, to a retreat in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. And I think they were about half the way there when this accident happened here. And again, there are a couple of Texas area Congress members of Congress aboard there, all of them reporting that they are okay, that they were not hurt. And I think that's the official word, that no lawmakers have been hurt in any of this here. So Teresa Howell saying CPR was administered to the train engineer. Teresa, I hadn't heard that. This is the first I hear of that. Thank you for letting us know. But right now we're taking a different live picture. Right now you can see rescue crews there on the ground. Obviously everyone working to make sure, first and foremost, that everyone is safe. And then eventually they're going to start to try and clear the scene, and hopefully at some point try and figure out what caused all of this, what happened here. Obviously, we know that the train hit what looks to be a dump truck, but the circumstances behind that too soon to tell here at this point. And Veronica Beard saying praying for all involved. Yes, once again, a lot of prayers going up for everyone involved in this, including the one person who we can now confirm has died as a result of this. That one person was outside of the train in the truck. Certainly we're thinking of that person and their families and their loved ones. They haven't been identified just yet. So again, these are all details that are coming into our newsroom as we speak. These are the live pictures that we're taking a look at along with you. For many of us, it's the first time that we get to see these live images, and so we're sharing them with you as well. So again, if you have any questions, anything that we can help to answer here, we will definitely try and do that. If you have any details that you think you want to share with us, let us know. Of course, we will verify. We will confirm all of that stuff before we put it out. But again, we're keeping a real close eye on this, and as soon as we get any more information on it, we're going to get it to you. Now here, though, I want to talk to Annalise Parks a little bit about this fire danger that we're under, Annalise, because it is pretty legit, it's pretty serious. It
is, yeah. So we talked about this yesterday, how Tuesday and Wednesday were really the 2 days we're focusing in on. So today, I'm sure you've already noticed, those winds are whipping around North Texas. And we, of course, do have a very dry conditions. So those two things together do heighten our fire danger. We have a critical fire danger for our western counties. I'll show you that in just a minute. Look at the temperatures, though. I hope you're able to at least enjoy this part of the day. Our warmest day in this forecast, Ken. So temperatures right now in the mid to upper 60s. We've got Fort Worth at 67. How about 70? For Breckenridge already. Yeah. Ken's eyes got big. Mine too.
Exactly. When you said that, I'm like, wow, we got up there quick.
Yeah, last day of January. You got to keep that in mind. So last day of January.
That's right.
And here we are talking 70s. So we will get well into the 70s today. Most will be low to mid 70s. But look at the winds. Of course, this is the big concern. If you have any fire issue today, getting it under control would be incredibly difficult. Winds right now out of the southwest gusting up to 37 miles per hour down around Waco. Corsicana, almost 40-mile-per-hour winds right now. So our wind gusts will be about 30 to 40 miles per hour. Even with the gust, our sustained winds right now are in the mid-20s. So there's just not going to be any escaping the wind today. And there is a red flag warning. So again, the highest level as far as concern goes, fire danger off, especially for locations Denton, stretching back to Montague County, Jacksboro, dealing with that until 7 p.m. tonight.
And by the way, Johnson County just put out a burn ban today. They're telling people not to burn anything outside. That was the latest county, I think, just before we stepped in here, that they added on to that. And Annalise, listen, I know maybe to some people we sound like a broken record, but if that's the case, so be it. As long as we can get the word out there. I mean, it's important for people to heed this advice, for these warnings, because these winds, I mean, they're serious.
Right. And yeah, we probably do sound like a broken record, but the thing is,
say it again.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Today's a new day, and just because yesterday maybe your area did not have any issues, what's to say today there could be some problems? So I think it's not to alarm anyone. It's just to say, hey, we're still at a critical time here as far as weather conditions that would mix very, very poorly with any fire of any kind.
Sure, and we have certainly seen that the fires have been very active in the past couple of days. I mean, just yesterday we had several of them.
Right.
So obviously we're not in the clear here, Annalise. When do you think, all this stuff would, that we might be in the clear where we can just kind of take a step back? Because I know a lot of, especially fire crews right now, they're on standby.
Right.
They're just waiting for the next one to break out.
Exactly. I think after today is the really big day as far as our highest wind speeds. We're still going to see some breezy days coming up. The problem is we don't have a big widespread rain in the near term forecast. So some really low rain chances late day Saturday into Sunday with another cold front. So we've got one coming through tomorrow morning. We'll have another one come through in the weekend. The weekend, we have very low rain chances. So with that widespread rain, a real soaking rain, that would probably help us out. We just don't have that in the forecast yet. So that's going to be the problem. We need that. You're right.
Yeah, we need that. Okay, great. Folks, keep your comments coming in here. Of course, as always, we remind you that we are live here on Facebook, and we like interacting with you. So talk to us, too. Let us know how you're doing today and how Hump Day is going for you. There is one other thing I want to bring you guys up to speed on, because this is information that was just handed over to me. So bear with me as I kind of read this over and just kind of take a glance at this to make sure that we're getting this information over to you correctly. This has to do with the ambush of the 5 Dallas police officers back in 2016 that were killed in downtown Dallas. And this is, I'm just going to go ahead and read it. The AP out of Dallas reporting the grand jury finds no wrongdoing in police actions during July 7th Dallas ambush that left 5 officers dead. So again, there's no wrongdoing. The grand jury finds in any of the police response that took place. Obviously, that was a horrible night for so many people for the city of Dallas. I want to go ahead and kind of just read what the district attorney in Dallas County, Faith Johnson, just put out. Again, just bear with me. We just got this here, so I know this is kind of raw, a little unscripted here, but here's what this news release here says, as with all officer-involved shootings, the Dallas County District Attorney's Office presented the July 7, 2016 case involving the ambush of officers with the Dallas Police Department and the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Police Department to a grand jury. That grand jury returned a no bill. All evidence related to this case has been returned to the Dallas Police Department. Our thoughts and prayers continue to be with the families of those who lost their lives that night, the officers who were injured, and all of the men and women who courageously put themselves into harm's way, all in an effort to protect our community. So this is, this is a news that we just got a couple of minutes ago. A lot of people still had this in mind because we knew that there was a long and extensive investigation that took place after this just awful event. And of course, our thoughts have always remained with the families of all of those involved, especially those officers that were unfortunately gunned down that night. But again, that's the very latest from the District Attorney's Office from Faith Johnson herself. All right, let's get back to Facebook here, see what else people are saying here. Let's see, can we pull out the Annalise? You got, can you see? Let's see here. A lot of people still talking about the train derailment. Let's see if we can get that picture back up there, guys. If we have that live look, looks like a lot of folks on Facebook want to see the latest images coming out of Virginia. If we still have that available, let me know if we do. If we can pull that up.
This obviously happened today. Do we know?
Yeah, this information came in just shortly before 11 o'clock Central Time. So that would have been just before noon on the East Coast. This is happening obviously over on the East Coast. The very latest that we can tell you right here is that one person has been confirmed dead. That person, we believe, or that person rather, has been reported to have been inside that truck that was hit by the Amtrak train. No idea whatsoever right now how this came to be or what the circumstances behind this are. But clearly that's something that the investigation that will now follow, they're going to try and get to the bottom of that. Again, no lawmakers or nobody else aboard the train for that matter we're hearing that have been hurt. Of course, we have several Texas congressmen on board as well. But all right, folks, again, very busy day on this Wednesday for us here on CBS 11 News. Just some of the stuff that we're working on. Keep the burn ban and the red flag warnings in mind. This is serious. This is not a time to be experimenting out there or burning out there or playing with any kind of tools outside. This is a very serious issue. Clearly, we don't want to see any of the fires that we saw last week or even yesterday. So be safe out there. Visit us on cbsdfw.com for more information. Also, across all of our social media platforms, we're going to update all these stories that we've been chatting about throughout the day, and we will see you a little later. Thanks so much for tuning in.
This has been CBS 11 News Now. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the latest local news and weather.